Really?
Mm-hmm.
So how big was she when she was born?
6'11".
Okay. She's perfect.
Yeah,
Piper was 7 pounds.
So I didn't realize they were so close to the same size.
I know, but I don't know why she looks so petite. I mean,
Maybe because my son looks huge now.
oh yeah, 18 months.
Oh yeah, the older siblings always look bigger.
They look huge.
We're like, he's practically a grown man.
That's right.
It was fun.
Well, you
See,
guys
your
both
son
look so
pretty
awesome.
excited.
Yeah, he's been real sweet.
I don't know if
I
you
mean,
both
we've been telling
heard-
him, you know,
I think I was
baby
telling
and
you on the
everything, but I think he just thought her
that
stomach was a
when
baby for a
She
long
had
time.
hit 5
And now
centimeters,
he's
but
like,
everything
oh,
was saying
there was a-
transition,
yeah,
you know.
there were a couple
And I
babies at our
decided to
church
check her since you were coming in,
that he,
and I wanted to
you
know,
know,
well, how close
was
was her
around.
baby.
So we were like, there's a
And my
baby,
heart
so
sank
you're
when
gonna
it
have a
was like
sister
5, and I
soon.
know it
Trying to
discouraged
get
her.
ready.
And
Well, nobody even said
And he-
anything. Everybody just walked
He's
out.
real sweet.
I was like,
This is
oh,
awesome,
this is
so-
good. And then I looked at him and I was like, what was it? He's like, 6? He told me later. I was like,
I
okay, it was a
repented.
good
I
call.
confessed and repented.
No,
so.
I thanked him.
That's a good call, though.
meanwhile, like, you've been contracting for how many days?
3 days.
3 days. She was exhausted.
Oh, I bet.
And so I had the prodromal labor. I was like, I didn't even know what it was. When my son had started, and then he came.
Right.
Wow.
This just lasted forever.
Wow.
So she was exhausted.
Oh,
I checked her, she's 6. And so I was like the
She's
nervous
like,
mother.
"Who's
I'm gonna go first." And you slowed down because of the discouragement, and I kind of figured that's what was going on. But I
I knew
didn't
that
know if
later.
you were going to start up at a normal 5 labor or
Yeah.
if you were going to start up in transition.
Yeah.
But I haven't looked at the chart. Do you know how long it was after that the baby was actually born?
It was, man, I don't know.
It was not long.
I remember you telling me, well, she's, you know, at a 5, and you're, I don't know, you know.
Right.
I said, oh, whatever, it's fine, you know. And, you know, then I heard the baby crying. Not too long after. I
It
mean,
seemed like an
Yeah, it did seem like a long time.
Oh.
So was it terrible sharing the birth center? You can be honest.
no, it wasn't
Okay.
actually.
Because all
It
those
was
times
kinda-
that we had that overlap, so.
When I heard you pushing the baby.
Oh, poor mother.
No, listen. I go, oh Lord Jesus. I was like, I got chills. I was like, oh Lord Jesus. Because I knew I was next. I was like, oh.
Well, then
And
when
I let out my, I mean, I was.
when I
pretty
heard
much
you
delivered-
laboring, I was like, I'm not ready to hear that again yet.
Yeah, I know.
It was still
You're
too
like,
fresh.
Too fresh.
Amy baptized my porch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
fresh
I need
air.
fresh air, I need fresh air.
9.5 centimeters,
Oh,
and we're
wow.
waiting for her to push, and she says, I need fresh air. And I go out the front porch.
So I go out on the front porch
Oh
and I
my
just,
gosh.
I just
Start throwing
lost, just
Oh,
lost
wow.
all my lunch out there.
Oh no.
Off the side of the porch. And so I'm thinking, if anyone
excited.
walks by, they're gonna be like, what did he do
I'm
this?
glad that railing was there.
Oh wow. Darn.
Yeah, and you can't encourage a woman in transition to move fast, you know, so I'm thinking, I need her back inside, she could start pushing any second. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh wow.
Even though it lasted,
Yeah. it
I was
lasted
at
a long
9
time.
and
That was like
3/4
at
or
1:30.
whatever.
Wow.
No way.
Or, yeah, I had just had
Or no, it
a
was
little
like
bit
2.
left, and I stayed there for a long time until Beth was like, let's sit down at 5 in the morning. After 5 hours of being there.
I had to have
That's
that school talk.
Yes.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wow.
She
And I
said,
hate having
what's
to have
going
that
on, you know, and we gotta, if you're gonna stay here at this place, you know, the baby, you know, we need to do something. And I said, I don't wanna go to the hospital. And after she told me that, we talked about all the other things I might, you know, that I was like freaking scared about, freaking out about.
Yeah.
And after I just voiced it, I was like, oh no,
Wow.
oh no. And I, you know, basically just got on the bed
That's
and
crazy.
She just straight had the baby.
I just
Wow.
had the baby in like
Yeah.
5 minutes or something.
Right.
Wow. That's crazy.
So
So
how do
you
you
think
have-
a lot of it's psychological?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You have a hurdle, and you've got something emotional, and you got to work through it.
I had no
And
idea.
I mean, I don't say let's go. I try not to get to that point where
Sure.
the decision to go to the hospital
But
is
it was
obvious.
there. It was there.
But we were headed there, and I knew we
Mhm.
have to have this talk. And when that happens, you don't know which way it's going to go. The mom may say, "Oh yeah, I really think we need to go to the hospital," and or it might happen like it did with her.
Wow.
I was like, I don't want to.
But I thought somewhere inside her, she knows the answer, and when I bring it up, she's going to tell me.
Oh
And
my God,
I
I'm
really
here.
was pleasantly surprised that it was, no, we're just gonna have a baby.
Wow.
So it's
That's
awesome.
Yeah, I just pretty much, we got on the bed and I'm delivering the baby, I'm like delivering the
did.
baby.
Yeah.
And she's like, I heard Shelly say, who's gonna get her head or like hold her head? And she's like, I think she's doing it right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
So, and she came quick
Yeah, she did.
after that.
That's great.
I mean, yeah,
That's great.
so praise God.
Wow. That's awesome. Well, I knew you were close, like
Mhm.
when we left, and then when I saw on Facebook, it wasn't until 5 in the morning. I was like, oh,
It was, yeah.
poor thing.
I was baptized in the fire.
Wow.
And I looked around at everyone and I thought, man, everyone looks so tired in between one of my contractions. And I thought it was maybe 1 in the morning at 5.
Okay.
I had no idea.
Yeah,
I was
time
in
is
this
totally-
weird,
Oh, yeah.
obviously place. I was in, labor place. And, yeah.
So were you up at 5 in the morning? Is that what you're saying?
No, I was not. I wasn't. Because she slept good that first night for a few hours. So
Mhm.
she just seemed, like when you said lethargic, like you don't want a lethargic thing. I
Right.
started to be concerned because she slept so much yesterday.
Mhm.
And I had to wake her up every time to feed her. But now she's good. Now we're good.
And
Now you're
Margaret's
not
babies are
sleeping,
nursing,
so.
right? She's still nursing good?
Yes, she's nursing good. And she nursed all night pretty much.
Well,
Yeah,
you didn't want
so
to
I-
sleep.
I didn't sleep, but she sure ate, so that's good.
So your dads did good.
Tried.
This was baby number four.
Two.
Two for you and 4 for you.
5.
5.
5,
Okay.
oh, wow. So you got all the little kiddos at home,
Yes.
excited.
Yeah, they're smitten.
Aww.
They don't believe her.
Well, you ladies were special, and I was just so thrilled that.
Well, you managed it very well.
Yeah,
I'm impressed.
super calm, cool, and collected.
Yeah.
Never
That's awesome.
I only
nervous.
got nervous there a little bit. And I wasn't nervous about how it would turn out, it was just, who's first?
Yeah.
But it was cool, and that was the first time too at the birth center, and I knew in theory it would go okay. But because I've had 2 home births in labor at the same time before, as soon as it started happening, all I kept thinking was, I'm so glad it's here.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That
Because,
is true.
I mean,
It's
Shelley, we would have had you covered, but
Right.
we would have divided up our team, and then,
Mhm.
Shelley and one apprentice would have been one place, and me and the other apprentice would have been the other place, and we would have been stressed over each other, what's going on, and, it was just, for us, I don't know how that would have affected how y'all felt about it, but for us, that would have been a lot more stressful. And so, here, I felt like, we just got you covered every which way, it's just gonna go fine.
Oh, yeah, I felt good about it too.
I was really surprised that y'all all were involved with both of us. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I thought it
And
would
nobody
be
slept,
a
that's
thing.
really, usually we have one long labor, we'll take turns sleeping, but we didn't have time to take turns sleeping, besides that, the beds were taken up. I think Melinda did get a short nap, and she did go home but she's pregnant,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah,
she went
you're
home
like,
for a
get
little
out of here, it's, what
Right.
time is it? Oh my God.
I know when we left, I'm glad I slept a little bit or I wouldn't have made it home.
Home, yeah.
Because I worked that whole day and then
Yeah, and how long did y'all drive? Y'all live
Well, the
Five
fire.
Bluff.
Yeah,
so
that's not too bad,
so
but.
y'all live at Orange Grove, so.
yeah, that's a longer.
It's a long time home, and he had worked the night before, and he got home at 1, and then I started having contractions like at 3:30.
Oh,
So,
goody.
but you didn't get home at 1. You were supposed to. You didn't get home till 3.
Mhm.
So
And couldn't sleep
he's
because
still
I was,
dragging. He was
I
nervous.
was like, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
the reality of, oh my goodness, it's here,
Uh-huh.
Then your adrenaline was going.
Yeah, he couldn't sleep either. Like, you need to sleep. He's like, oh, well, all right, you're not gonna sleep.
Well, I have one more question and then we can quit, and y'all can go make your appointment, we can go do hers, but,
Okay.
honestly, would you do it again?
Yes.
I'm not talking tomorrow.
No, not
You mean
tomorrow.
here or have another baby?
Well, both.
I think I'm done.
You think you're done?
It was brutal.
Yeah, it was
Was
rough.
it?
Yeah. And of course, I mean, it's really fresh. It's only 2 days
Yeah,
ago,
yeah.
but
With 5 kids.
that was,
So how'd you feel about your first center birth though? This is your first one out of the hospital.
yeah.
Is
No,
that okay?
it was, yeah, it was beautiful.
Glad we
Good. Glad to hear it.
Because I mean, I'm all about like not that I'm an attention fiend, but that y'all were with me all the time, and it was very calming, and I never felt pressure or anything. Just that y'all just let me do my thing,
Good.
you know,
Mhm.
so. And I mean, even like Shelly, just how she would kneel down next to me to monitor the baby, and she's like, you're fine, you don't have to move, I'll do this.
I know.
You know, it's just-
so nice.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, I've noticed a huge difference in me, just the recovery time.
Mhm.
I mean, you'd think, oh, I had, you know, an epidural with my son, and,
Mhm.
you know, but the recovery time, I feel really 100% better than I did
You know,
last
that's an aspect that a lot of
Natural
women
birth.
don't realize, that when they've had an epidural, yeah, it numbs you up, but then you have to recover from the epidural.
And from the procedure that you know, that they the
Forceps.
forceps,
Oh, wow.
which they had to use for my son. And now looking back, I know that if I would have had a calming environment and the time, I could have worked through whatever fears I had and gotten past that 9 3/4 that I was at with my first son.
Yeah.
But at the hospital, they said, oh, don't worry about it, you don't have to do that, we'll just give you an epidural, or, no, they didn't tell, they told me I had to, you know, that. So I had the epidural and, a really traumatic forceps birth. And then, you know, I couldn't feel it, but emotionally and psychologically, and then the recovery time was horrible.
Right.
Wow.
And so this was just, and then of course they take him from me, and they're all concerned, and he's has low blood sugar, and they have to supplement him, and they can't bring him to me, and all this stuff. So that was traumatic. I feel just this time was such a healing experience for me, and it, you know, gave me confidence, you know, as a woman and a mom, and it just really, you know, wiped all that clean from me. And so I would definitely do it again. And I do, I mean, that was a really hard labor. It was very difficult. But I would do it all over again. And I probably will. Like,
18 months.
No, but it was a great experience.
Thanks, guys. Glad y'all met.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Nice to meet you.
Two beautiful little girls.
Oh, definitely.
And they did each get their own birthday.
Yeah.
That's true.
Now, the first day of spring is the 20th?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So spring baby,
Yeah,
yes.
spring baby.
Yeah. so-
Almost made it to sunrise too.
Yeah. That's really cool. Well, man, I'll let
Piper's
you make your next appointment.
All right, thank you so much.
nice to meet you, and Piper.
Yeah, it was good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Congratulations again.
Congratulations.
Exciting.